Hello, hello. It's my dark episode for February the 6th, 2020. Damn it. I actually thought I had something to say. Um, I'm actually feeling fairly relaxed, which, I had my anxiety response video. Um, and maybe that purged things out of me a bit. Um, because I'm feeling kind of relaxed today. Um, and I'm watching people's videos online, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. This is what's happening. I remember smiling at just smiling and watching Roz at dangling around the books video. Her talking about stuff and her talking about her experience on booktube, and just smiling and nodding and just like, oh, she's such a up person, such a kind of positive person, and that you just can't help but feel kind of infected by that. Even while she's saying, like, we're all fooling ourselves if we you don't track that subscription number. Actually, I'm finding it harder to ignore the subscription number because I have two channels, and I skip from this channel, which has one subscriber. I think it's I don't know, to to my to my uh, to my other channel, which has, oh God, it's actually getting up there. But the thing is, I keep on seeing that number every time as I bounce back and forth, and it's rather unavoidable. I don't know if there's some way I can I probably have to turn it off altogether, but somehow that just is like, that feels like cheating to me. Like, it's not, it's like there's a game here that we're all playing, even if we're not playing it. I don't know. It's a little bit of data that just I feel like should be public, just to be open and transparent. So I do. But yes, her saying, like, yeah, you look at that, but really, really, come on. None of us, all of us hobbyists, we're doing this to chat with each other, to kind of get along with each other, and that's where we're at. So don't don't stress out. Don't stress out about the other stuff, or try not to. Try not to. Don't is a very prescriptive word. Try not to. So yeah, there's that. I tried to do a review of the 10,000 Doors of January before I went to work, and I'll go back and I'll listen to it and see if I can salvage it, or if I just need to re-record it. At least I've given it one shot, so that's good. I'm really enjoying Such a Fun Age, which at the first I was like, oh, is this just some kind of a light, fluffy contemporary novel? How is this up for a Booker Prize nominee? But now I'm like, oh, I mean, there's a whole thing about, are you Booker worthy? Are you literary enough? But it's actually, no, I'm actually I'm enjoying it, and it's actually, there's kind of negotiations with race and gender and things like that I'm actually quite enjoying in this book. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. In a way that that's odd, that I almost actually think about Anthony Trollope in a way, which is kind of funny to think. That's funny to think. I'm quite. um, Maybe it's the joys of the plot, but also just how gently and deftly we're kind of exposing, looking at characters here in a kind of in a light, fairly humane way. Like, I don't feel like, you know, that this is somebody who's shitting on any of these characters, which is kind of I mean, sometimes characters deserve to be shat upon, but you know, now I'm like, oh, actually, there's, oh, that's an interesting thought. Okay. I mean, that's heavy. That's heavy stuff there. That might be rather a stretch, but I'll keep that in my back pocket when I'm talking about the book later, because it would be considering I Run Me to Earth or Run, oh, whatever, the Paul Yoon novel, and A Thousand Doors of January is kind of mixed. This one I'm actually getting more and more positive about as I go along. So that is good. That is good. Um, just from I, you know, I've taken these from the Poptimist, and I'm actually kind of enjoying them. So that is good. That is good. Um, yeah, yeah. But a positive day, feeling good. Maybe it was semi-purgative. Um, you know, I think getting up in the morning and just trying to answer comments is probably a good thing to do. I've got some comments. I got a comment from a fellow who said like I was one of his favorite booktubers, which is sweet to say. And of course, I'm highly skeptical, and who paid you to say that? But I could also just take it as like, oh, that's a really nice compliment. Um, and just kind of hopefully use that as a further energy to keep me going. I mean, I know that the main energy that keeps me going is probably just my own, how it helps me get through life. And if it helps other people get through life, or is some kind of amusing grist for their mill, that's awesome. Um, uh, yes, yes. So I'm gonna leave it there on that. Oh, and the other news that we had today is that we weren't expecting to get contacted by breeders for a Havanese, Havan, Havanese, yes, a little Havanese puppy. We are on the list for, oh, as my doodle is sitting on my lap here, my doodle, who's very happy to be an only dog and have all the attention, but we are actually mostly times are a two-dog family. So we've put ourselves in with a breeder. We actually put a non-refundable um, deposit down for, and we weren't expecting on this litter, because there's a couple of litters that are going, because it's a two household, two places thing. They kind of alternate back and forth of things, but we weren't expecting to get in on this litter. But there are a bunch of boys in this litter, and apparently a lot of people aren't interested in boys, where we're like, eh, we're okay with having boys. We haven't had boys before, but we're gonna do that this time. And it was like, oh, a maybe. And now it's gone from a maybe to a, oh, pretty definite. So that's not happening anytime soon. There's probably a month or two away before, anyone would be coming home. It would be more like March. Oh, well, maybe a month later, month and a half, that Shira might have a little brother. And Shira's like, I am your favorite little dog. I am the one that gets to sit on your lap at, at night when we're outside. And, I don't know what this little thing's going to be doing, but I am still going to be the most important dog. She just totally Frenches me right now. So there's that, which is nice. Is nice. I still think of Haley a lot of times, our Airedale. It's funny, I think of her. Well, I also think of Annie. But, we have all these creatures that we let into our lives, and we're very lucky to spend our their entire lifespan with, and give them joy, and them to give us joy. As Shira reclines heavily into me and gives me lots of kisses right now. Yes. But yeah, so that's another really good bit of news happening, is that there'll be another little creature who gets to be a part of our pack, which is awesome, which I'm looking forward to. All right, and on that note, we're heading upstairs. more videos later.